could sleep no more. 'Cause every time I see it, it's a different excuse why you keep me. I don't wanna be no more.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Nurse Diaries. I walk into page 13, and this is going to be a video of me telling you guys what all I use to prep for my NCLEX test. Now, if you haven't watched my previous video, I suggest that you pause this video and go back and watch that, because that was the vlog of the day I took my test and the day before. So just to kind of sum that up, I did have all 145 questions. I basically did take the whole 5 hours, and then after my 145 questions, they did give me a couple of the next gen questions. And for you guys that will be taking it after April of this year, I'm going to let you know now, it is going to be some case studies. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, I was in there for a while, so I really just had click, like I wasn't trying to read them, but I did notice it was some case studies. But that's not what this video is about. Like I say, pause this video and go watch the other one if you want to know about my really actual NCLEX experience and my feelings and emotions. So to get this video started, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys that as far as my time limit for studying, I would say give or take 4 to 5 weeks, which it sounds like that's not enough, but trust me, it's best to take it as early as you can and do not wait too long, because I actually was going to take my test a couple weeks after that, but just in the midst of my studying, I was just like, I feel prepared now, and then you can never really be fully prepared, and I was just ready to get it over with. And then I noticed I was just staring at the clock. I'm just like, you know what, I'm about to boost this test date up and go ahead and get it over with. And to this day, I am so thankful that I did that, because you guys, I passed my NCLEX. I am officially a registered nurse. Like, yes, I am officially a registered nurse. Like, oh my God, it still doesn't feel real, but I am a registered nurse. And also on my last video, I said that I didn't do the good pop-up trick. Okay, so I didn't do it, right? But literally that next morning or night, I kept waking up like every 2 hours, checking my email and checking the website and everything. Like, I kept checking it. Then I kept having dreams about it. I was just like, Tiana, just go ahead and do a little pop-up thing. And I mean, whatever. And I got the good pop-up. And I think I checked it at like 8:30 that morning, and I got the good pop-up. The only person I told was my mom, because, you know, we live together. And then maybe like 2 hours after that, I got the actual email of my license. And talking about, I just went running through the house like, I'm a nurse. Like, yes, oh my God, that was such a good feeling. I should have recorded my reaction, but yeah. Okay, so the first thing I did when I was studying was I did a lot of practice questions, and I used UWorld. And one thing about UWorld, the actual NCLEX test really does kind of look like UWorld, like with the colors and everything. So that kind of had helped me a little bit, because I felt like I was just doing a bunch of UWorld questions, but this time it's just a little bit, you know, intense. So that was one good thing. I did listen to all the MarkK lectures. That was very helpful. One other thing I did listen to that's on YouTube is this man called High Yield, and he had this little thing called Axe Graph for prioritizing patients. That was very, very helpful. So those are really the main 3 things I used to study. Was I kept doing UWorld practice questions. I did maybe at least like 375 practice questions a day. As far as the MarkK lectures, I think it's like a total of 12 lectures. They each like a little over an hour. I tried to do at least 3 lectures a day. So yeah, and the UWorld has like a total of like 2,000 questions. I'll say it took me a whole 7 days to do every single UWorld question, like every single UWorld question. And then after that, I just went back over and just did my incorrect questions. And then I also had, UWorld also has a thing where you kind of can like take notes on the questions. I printed those out and I used that as a study guide to study. Along with MarkK, he does have it's a link which I would have in the bottom of this video, where you can actually go along with his voiceover. So I printed those out, and as he was talking, I was like writing notes. I used that as a study guide as well. So also I'll put the other link of his voiceovers in the video as well, because I know a lot of people was asking like, how do you get them and everything. So I will put those links in there, and hopefully that'll be helpful for you. I also did purchase the NCLEX Sonner book, this book right here. I did purchase this book. I did not do all the practice questions in this one, but for this book specifically, I just wanted to just focus on my weaknesses, which my weakness was maternity and newborn for whatever reason. So I really focused, like you see, I kind of had my little sticky notes. I really focused more on that section where it was doing those practice questions, but I wouldn't downplay this book because I feel like this is the Bible book for every nursing student. Like when I first got sent into the nursing program, I immediately bought this book just to realize I didn't even have need to use it. I didn't use this book till my last semester when I was about to be done. But everyone knows this is like the book you get. So I wouldn't downplay this book because it does have a lot of practice questions. I just didn't get a chance to do all of them. So I would say invest in this. I got this book off Amazon. I cannot remember the price, but I would have this in the link as well. Another book I had that's kind of similar to the Saunders book is this book right here. You can see it. It's a little bit thinner, but I actually did all the practice questions in this, and I like the rationales and everything they had in this book right here. This is a very good book. Now, I did not purchase this book. This book was actually given as a gift to all my classmates and me when we completed our penance ceremony. So I do not know the price on this. I would try to find it, see if it's on Amazon, and if I can put the link in there, I will. But I use this book as well. And also when it came to my studying, I did try to take breaks. Like whenever I was sleepy, I closed everything, computers, books. I took a nap. Whenever I was hungry, I ate. Like I wasn't trying to be somewhere where it's like, oh, I'm gonna use my nap and my food as a reward. Like, no, take your breaks, okay? Take your breaks, because at this point you shouldn't have to be studying anything, because you should all know it, because that's what got you, you know, to pass college and pass all the courses. So now it's just more of just utilizing all our resources and skills and just thinking as a nurse to answer these questions. And it's a safe test. So, you know, when you don't know the answer, just think of what's the safest. And that was one thing I did have to do in the middle of me taking my NCLEX, because I'm looking like I don't know the answer, but okay, this is a safe test. I kept telling myself that this is a safe test. So let me think, what option is best to be better, safer for this patient, if that makes sense. So that was a very good strategy. Okay, I didn't put this in my last video, and I wish I did, but if you literally watch that video, I was like holding my crying. Like I was so scared. Like I didn't really say much. I was just like, y'all, I don't know. Like you really have to watch it. Like looking back at it, I can just like laugh at it now, because it's just like, oh my God, I was nervous, and look at me now, you know, I'm a nurse now. So watch the video, because I hope it gives you motivation. Like, of course everyone feels like they fail at the end of the test, and then when you get those results, it's just like, you know more than you think you know. But one thing that I did not include in my last video was the type of questions I got. I got some maternity questions. I got like some basic skill questions, like injection shots and everything. Like, where would you go as like a 9-degree, 4-degree, or 15-degree, depending on if it's sub-Q or IM and so forth. I got a good bit of delegation questions, which I'm actually pretty good with delegation. A lot of my questions was kind of more like basic concept. However, a lot of the stuff I did not go over, I didn't study, so a lot of it I was kind of like doing like educated guesses, and then I just kept praying like, God, please guide me to the right answer. But I kept telling myself this is a safe test, so just think of what's the safest thing to do, you know. And then when I got to question 75, I was just like, I don't feel like I did good. So I was like, God, please let me keep getting more questions. I do not want to stop at 75. Like most people be like, oh, I want to stop at 75, because they feel like it's a brag when they say, oh, I passed NCLEX on my first attempt at 75 questions. Like, I don't think that's a brag. Like, give me all the questions, because giving me all the questions makes me feel like I gave it my all. Like, that's all I could give you, because you gave me all the questions. So that was one thing that I was glad about after my test, because I felt like, okay, I answered every question that I could. I gave it my all. There's nothing for me to do but just leave it in the Lord's hands. Rather than me stopping at 75, and I'm looking like, oh my God, what if I got most wrong in that 75? Which that's really how I felt. So I wanted to keep getting questions. So when I clicked 75 and I clicked next, I was like, God, please let me go to 76. So I got 76. The first I says, okay, this is giving me a second chance to prove I am a safe nurse. That's why I keep telling myself. So I'm gonna tell you now, if you're someone who think you're gonna get 75 questions, don't even have that in your head. Look at, and if you continue to go, tell yourself, the test is giving you a second chance to prove you are a safe nurse. So don't look at it as you fail. Look at it as if it's giving you a second chance. So every question I kept getting, I said, okay, it's giving me another chance. It's giving me another chance. And I would say, as I kept going, some of the questions got a little like easier. And then next, you know, I started getting some hard questions. And I'm just like, then it started giving me some mess. I was like, but I was just like, okay, you know what, Tiana? Just think, calm down, breathe, think safe. It's giving you a second chance. Like, I kept telling myself this. So when I finally got to all 45, I was like, okay, well, I gave it my all, so that's it. But oh my gosh, y'all, I'm glad that I pushed my test date early, and because I was ready. And you guys who are, you know, feeling like you're not ready, you are. Trust me, you are. You really are. Like, it's not a hard test. Like, it sounds intense, but I also try to go in there like, okay, this is just another regular test I'm taking, like, on a regular test day, you know. Like, I was just trying to just think of stuff that would keep me calm. I did not want to go in there and be stressed out and my anxiety get the best of me, because, you know, 9 times out of 10, if your anxiety get the best of you, you're not going to pass, but not because you don't know the material, but because you're just so stressed out. So I just kept trying to stay calm and everything. They also gave us some like earplugs and like some little headphones to, like, you know, tune out everything. I put the earplugs and the headphones on because I just wanted to be completely silent. But then I eventually took them off because I was literally hearing my heartbeat, and my heart was going like do, 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 do. I said, okay, let me take this off because they just like making me feel. So I'm not taking the headphones on, just keeping the little earplugs in. But yeah, they provide you with those. You can't go into the testing center with nothing but literally those little headphones. They give you like a little board where you can put like your little answers and everything, or, you know, scratch paper, and then you have your license or ID. Everything else has to go in a locker. Now, one thing I also would say, when I was taking my test and doing my questions, you know, those questions when they be like, which like statement is inappropriate, or like which statement will be like appropriate, basically like all these answers, 3 of them are false, which one is true, or 3 of them is true, which one is false. Like, when I got those questions on my scratcher, I literally wrote what is false, and I put A, B, C, D. I went through each question and I put true, false, and I just marked it out, and that made it so much easier. So please take advantage of everything they offer you, because you can only go in there but so much. So when they offer these things, take advantage of all of it. You know, like, I mean, it's no extra charge or anything. I mean, you already paid so much just to take the test. Take advantage of everything they give you, because I will say that did help me, just having that little piece of paper, or, well, it was like a little whiteboard, little marker, little whiteboard thing, and a marker. But just having that, and the way I was just marking it out as I was going, it helped me. It just made me feel so much better. Also, I didn't get no math questions, and I'm a math nerd. Like, that's crazy. I didn't get no math. I don't think I even got a I and O question. Like, I just don't remember using my calculator for anything. But yeah, y'all, I'm done. Like, I am done. Whew, these books right here, I said I was gonna throw them in the trash because I was just done, but I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna keep them, and yeah, I'm not gonna throw them away. But oh, excuse me, I hope you guys didn't heard. I kind of had like a little burp when I was talking. But yeah, that concludes this video. Feel free to reach out to me. I do have my Instagram and my Snapchat and my banner and then my intro video, so feel free to reach out to me, or even comment if you have any questions. I'm more open to, you know, answer questions. And I'm not trying to say that because, yeah, I know I passed, so yeah, I got all the answers, because I still don't have all the answers. But I'm somebody where, like, I understand how you're feeling, because that's how I was feeling. And when I was feeling that way, I just wanted people to just tell me, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be okay, and that does make you feel better. It really just does. And then I feel like it's better when someone's telling you it who been through it. Like, yeah, I had my family and some of my friends, but it's like, y'all are not in it, so y'all get it, but y'all don't get it. So just having someone talk to you that's actually been through it makes it so much better. It makes you feel so much better. So feel free to comment anything. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you for page 14. Bye.